Starfield's biggest update yet, boys. Are you ready to laugh?
Starfield update 1.9.47.0 is now...
They put more effort into making up these numbers than they actually put effort in making the game.
live on the Steam beta, where it's going to be ironed out and then should go live in a couple of weeks. So, before I get that inevitable question, is it live yet for console? No, not today. Now, the bulk of this update I will speak on a little later in this video, as that will involve the quest and random encounters bug fixes, but for general fixes, the rather bothersome bug where crew and companions would all crowd up around the bridge hatch and cockpit after fast traveling to your ship has apparently been sorted out. So now you can get in and out of...
Dude, this is literally the Skyrim door follower situation where you would play Skyrim or Fallout and your companions would be in front of the door and then you would have to politely shove them with a pound in the face. It is what it is.
Of that area without testing out your rugby skills. Another mildly disturbing fix has to do with player characters in third-person view and how their eyes would remain shut like all the time. And thanks to Bethesda, we can now blink. And one fix that I am also grateful
Blinking in Starfield, bro, don't make this too good for me.
for, invisible creatures on certain planets are now showing up. As there were times I would be standing planet-side, reviewing my map or something of the sort, and I would just start taking damage out of nowhere from an unknown source. I could hear the creatures making noises, I just couldn't see them. General stability...
Admittedly, this is the first time I hear about that, but that's hilarious, okay? Again, Dad, I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, but we're checking the Indiana Jones things out. And I already watched the trailer yesterday, and Bethesda is responsible for that. Holy shit, that Indiana Jones game looks absolutely dog water atrocious. It looks like the least qualitative Bethesda game ever. Like, Starfield looks like a masterpiece compared to the Indiana Jones thing. And again, it's a 3-minute trailer. Oh my god. It is just horrible.
And save game issues also received a pretty hefty pass, as well as the issue with Windows users not being able to save their game if the username featured certain characters is now solved.
That's so funny. I didn't even know that exists, but of course there's a billion bugs in here.
Save game corruptions on both Microsoft Store and Steam has also been addressed, as well as added optimizations to cloud syncing of save games for both Microsoft Store and Xbox. Improved crowd behaviors have been added for various scenarios, along with various stability improvements. And overall, at least for me on PC, stability was really improved with that patch that included DLSS implementation for NVIDIA GPU.
Yeah, but that wasn't implemented by, you know, Bethesda themselves. That was implemented by the other company. They worked together with them to implement it. Oh my lord.
Owners. Ever since then, my game has been steadily hitting 80 FPS or higher on full ultra, everything pegged to the limits, playing in full.
That is so amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Too bad there's no game to be played, okay? Too bad that, you know, a little bit more FPS is not gonna save the story. Too bad a little bit more FPS is not gonna save the emptiness of nothingness. Too bad the game's shit. I mean... more FPS is pretty nice, but, you know, I kind of wish there was a game instead of more FPS.
Full 4K, which is a perfect transition to graphics improvements, and this is an area of the game that could look downright rough in certain areas, especially environmental textures and non-essential NPCs. So overall, I count 40 individual graphic improvements listed in the patch, starting off with improved widescreen support for 32:9, 21:9, and 16:10 resolutions. Work was done to add on shadows from planet rings in orbit down to the planet's surfaces, as well.
Dude, most people are gonna think that's a bug. Most people are gonna look at it and they're gonna think that that's just another Bethesda glitch. I swear that's gonna happen, because most people don't understand shadows in space. Like, what do you mean? Most people don't understand what a gas giant is. That's why everyone wants to walk on a gas giant, because people don't understand you can't walk on a gas giant. It is what it is.
Well as character skin on Xbox and PC, medium, high, and ultra settings. Now this was shown off in tweets by Bethesda demonstrating before and after shots so that
to be honest, it's, I mean, this is better than this, sure, I guess, but honestly, it just looks like this is slightly lighter, and that's kind of, it just looks like the color contrast is better here. It honestly almost feels like this is just a lighter version of this, and that's kind of it. Yeah, I see the differences in the beard and whatnot, but bro, like, who asked for this? You can't even see your character, so what's the point of this? It's like, okay, you congratulations, Bethesda. You improved something that literally no one wanted or cared about. Classic.
Character skin no longer looks highly reflective, and it actually looks way more realistic. Flicking fixes, yeah, say that 3 times very fast in a row, were repeatedly mentioned in
flicking fixes, flicking fixes, flicking fixes. I think that was good enough.
This changelog, like environmental VFX fixes to sandstorms, acid liquid pools, and waterfalls. Also, various shadow.
Do we finally have water physics? I think that's a little bit too much to ask from Bethesda.
Popping, hair, and even in space flicking, especially for you Series S users. Work was also performed to remove various FSR2 and DLSS artifacts, such as noise, black dots, and ghosting, along with various geometry, textures, ghosting issues, and improved lighting effects were installed at 73 locations. Outpost also made the changelog, and besides various rare bug issue fixes...
Dude, if Bethesda continues fixing this, one day it's gonna be true as the Starfield copium-filled people said, oh, it's gonna look better than Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, dude, Neon is so much more better looking than Cyberpunk ever was. Oh, it's not even... Let's hope that Bethesda finally fixed the, you know, the magically gravity bind asteroid to your ship that doesn't disappear. I mean, they already fixed it 2 times. None of the times worked. Will third time be the charm this time? I don't know. But let's find out, boyos. Let's find out.
One item that has plagued my Outpost experience has been with cargo links, and let's just get brutally honest here. Those things have been seriously fucked up since the game launched. You have
almost no one has made an outpost in this game. Making an outpost in this game is literally useless. If you want resources, you just go to any shop, because they sell an abundance of all the rarest resources for literally the equivalent of pennies. Well, not literally the equivalent of pennies, but very much exactly literally the equivalent of pennies. And you can just, you know, wait 24 hours or how much ever you want and just buy it again for nothing. And there you have it, all the rarest resources for all eternity. And if you want an infinity amount of useless resources, go make an outpost. Knock yourself out, idiot. Go try and get a perk somewhere in the skill tree that makes no sense and you never want to go into because it's stupid, and then try and find a planet with the correct resource, and then find out, oh wait a minute, I need 10 more levels because I can't make my outpost here because I don't have the what's it called, talent point in this thing that makes no sense and no one wants. Yeah, go make a outpost, dude. This is the reason why no one makes outposts, because they're shit, they're garbage, and no one likes them.
You have all the outposts correctly built. They have helium-3. You have the cargo in the outgoing or incoming box, and for some reason, the link cannot be established on the cargo link terminal. It just doesn't show up, or if it shows up, it just can't be enabled. I've tried demolishing the landing pads, rebuilding them. I mean, everything and anything, but they are here in the patch notes, and I'm going to be watching those changes closely during my time with this beta. Before we move on to the major section of the fixes, let's talk about a couple of other noteworthy areas. First off, FOV and zoom issues have been addressed with weapon scopes. You also have
Wait, there were FOV issues with weapons? No, of course Bethesda needs 2 years to implement FOV in their 5th game in a row that they knew that everyone's gonna ask for FOV. And you're telling me FOV was implemented buggy? I mean, sounds on point for Bethesda.
a few skill tweaks. Phase time and the solar flare power have also been fixed. Asteroids following your ship apparently fixed again, hopefully forever.
Again! No. But it's Bethesda. 57th time is the magical number here, okay?
And quite a number of issues with ships, like ship hatches being marked inaccessible, ship building, ship targeting, and various other rare occurrences. All right, now on to the main event, quest and random encounter fixes.
Oh,
and
boy.
there are 35 in total. Now, many of these are labeled as rare occurrences or possible control lock issues if a specific order of actions were performed. Here's the entire list, scrolling across your screens, and check in the video description for a link to the full patch notes. But the Crimson Fleet Eye of the Storm quest shows up several times, and I know that has been a point of issue for many players out there, especially concerning the data transfer not starting after placing the data core, and issues docking with the legacy while attempting to reload a save before starting that mission. But
Dude, there's so many things that absolutely just break the game, honestly, for so many people. It's insane.
let's get brutally honest again. For many Starfield players, what's missing is all the stuff they really want, many of which were teased back in December when Bethesda made their future plans for Starfield public. Changes like new ways to travel, especially planet-side, city maps, expanded ship customization options.
Dude, man, we have gone a long way at lowering our expectations, honestly, when we're unironically saying that city maps need to be added because, you know, and be happy about city maps added because that's a big deal. Man, the expectations are just lower and lower and lower and lower.
Gameplay options that would allow players to expand just beyond difficulty levels. Things like carry capacity, cargo access range, ship...
Or maybe the persuade system. Dude, the persuade system is so stupidly bad. When you first see the persuade system, you actually are like, oh my god, this is so cool, this is so good. I actually have to talk with the character, get to know them, understand their positions on things, and then I can persuade them. Yes, by knowing that and understanding that character, that is such a cool system. And then you try out the system, and you click on exactly the thing that you know that character is gonna like because he literally told you 5 times in the last 2 minutes that he really, really likes X. And then you try to persuade him by using X, and he tells you to fuck yourself. Because you know why? Because this is RNG. You see this? None of this actually portrays to the character. It's just an RNG% chance to get it right. Whatever you tell these characters can literally go exactly against their morals, their ethics, everything. Well, not a lot of characters have any morals in this game or ethics or, you know, humanness to them. But still, even if they tell you that they like bread and you try to persuade with bread, they will call you an idiot. It's just RNG which one of these options is going to be correct or not. That's it. It was one of the biggest letdowns ever. It is what it is. Well, the biggest letdown ever was the fact that, well, Starfield existed as it exists. There's a lot of letdowns. There's a lot of letdowns. The perk system, the travel system, the item system, the inventory system, the random generation system, everything pretty much. What a great time to be alive.
Damage, vendor credits, afflictions, new survival mechanics, and a whole lot more. You know, official mod support would have been a great shadow drop for this update.
By the way, this is a perfect example of of how this shit doesn't make any sense. Because look at this guy. Look at this guy. So he's pointing your gun at you, right? Then we press persuade. By the way, this is the modded look for the dialogue options. We don't have to do this, Hank. We can talk this through.
Options, gameplay options that will allow players to expand just beyond difficulty levels. Things like carry capacity, cargo access range.
And then he tells you, okay. No, this is not resolvable. Essentially, he tells you, I'm gonna shoot you in the head and kill you because that's the only way to resolve this. But he doesn't do it, and he puts away his gun, and now this happens.
Range, ship damage.
He still has the full intent to kill you technically in this conversation, but the gun's just gone. He's not being aggressive towards you. He's not being anything. It's like the pirate quest all over again, where one guy tells you that you should trade your boss with him, and then you say no, but you can't do anything about it, and he just gets to leave at the end without any problems. This is crazy. None of this is believable. None of this is fun. None of this feels even remotely right.
Vendor credits, afflictions.
I know what it's like to be a wanted outlaw. People will hunt you down for the rest of your life. Killing me won't save you. Other people suspect you're up to something. Trying to tank an entire economy because insecure. That's crazy. Again, all of these outcomes, not all of these outcomes, but all of these options are pretty different, right? There's the sensible one, there is the not so sensible, and then there's the flat out stupid one. There's different types of methods of persuasion and whatnot, but again, do they actually do anything? It's a random chance.
New survival.
And by the way, the response in a lot of cases doesn't even care about what you actually press.
Survival mechanics and a whole lot.
So wait, which one did he press here? He pressed the first one. I know what it's like to be a wanted outlaw. People will hunt you down for the rest of your life.
New survival mechanics and a whole lot more.
And then his response is this. Wait, really? Even if I don't go... What does this mean? What is this conversation? Well... Make it make sense, Wizards! Make it make sense, Blizzards! EA, please! What is going on? Like, does anyone even understand what's happening in this conversation? How is his response? Wait, really? Is he responding to the, oh, you're gonna be targeted for life? Then why is he saying, even if I don't go to jail? Because these responses are not even goddamn fucking coded to happen when you press this. Those are default responses no matter what happens. It is absolutely mind-blowing how bad this game is.
Mechanics and a whole lot.
And again, he suddenly just points his gun at you for no reason. Dude, this is why everyone who unironically thinks Starfield is a good game should have themselves tested for autism.
A lot more. You know, official mod support would have been a great...
And now again, he's mad for no reason, and then he just puts his gun away again. And now from that previous statement, we have to go now here. I know you'd like to help me if you could. What does that mean? Why? Why is that an option? Killing me won't save you. Other people suspect... That is the same option that was previously. Trying to... Again, bruh, these are the same options. None of this makes any sense. There's not even a single shred of goddamn sense in this.
Shadow drop for this update, as console players are eager to try it out, and sadly...
Do they? Maybe I don't need to rethink what I'm doing. You see, his response is random. It makes no sense what he's responding. It is crazy. And this is the whole game. Not a single moment in this damn mess makes a sense.
Sadly, There's nothing here about those. Or even a performance mode for Series X, because I do read your comments.
And again, the same options. Why?
And I've watched the video from Digital Foundry applauding the previous.
And by the way, the progress bar. You could see the progress bar here for a little bit.
Comments, and I've watched the video from Digital Foundry.
Yeah, the progress bar. He actually succeeded persuading him some magically. How?
Applauding the previous performance patches and theorizing that a 60 FPS.
Yeah, he actually won him over somehow. Am I taking crazy pills? This makes absolutely no sense.
Mode for X is definitely obtainable. And finally, there's nothing here about fast travel and or all those loading screens, new handcrafted areas versus what we have, which is procedurally generated and repeated encounters, or, you know, even ways.
Great combat. Anyway, that was our boy Leighton and the Buzz Lightyear. It is what it is, boys. Starfield, an absolute disaster of the millennium. But Bethesda's got more up their sleeves. Bruh, it's gonna be a wild ride. Again, Indiana Jones video. If this wasn't uploaded before it, or you haven't seen it, watch it, because I'm gonna probably say some amazing things. Because it's so bad. Anyway, this was Quizzer Sensei, and thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.